this gender therapist thinks that babies are giving pre-verbal indications about their gender, like as if that babies understand this stuff. Let's go and let's listen to this.
So let me give you an example. I have a colleague who's transgender, and there is a
Good for
video
you.
of him as a toddler. So he was assigned female at birth. There's a video of him as a toddler tearing barrettes out of then her hair and throwing them on the ground and sobbing. That's a gender message. And when it happens not just once or twice or 3 times, that's a gender message. Sometimes kids between the age of 1 and 2 with beginning language will say, I boy, when you say girl. Those 2 words, I boy. That's not a pre-verbal, but an early verbal message. And sometimes there's the tendency to say, well, honey, no, you're a girl because little girls have vaginas and you have a vagina, so you're a girl. And then when they get a little older, you'll hear them say, did you not listen to me? I said, I am a boy with a vagina. Okay, but they can't say that between 1 and 2. But they can show you about what they want to play with, and if they feel uncomfortable about how you are responding to them and their gender, if you're misgendering them. So you look for those kinds of actions, like tearing a skirt off. There was one, I think this was in the Barbara Walters special, where this child wore the little onesies with snap-ups in between the legs, and at age 1 would unsnap them to make a dress and have the dress flow. This was a child who was assigned male. That's a communication, a pre-verbal communication.
Okay, cut it off.
I couldn't do that any longer. That's just stupidity. And more people have to start saying it. And honestly, I was really happy to see Glenn Youngkin win in Virginia. And I know we weren't really talking about gender stuff with him, but he kind of took a stand very subtly and quietly, like, we're going to go back to reality. That's in Virginia in our schools. And we need to start getting people out of like this out of the forefront, because it's just, that's scary. I'm like, I lost words over here. It's crazy.
We're getting into this whole dystopian society. And then as you're like, hey, I don't want to live in this nightmare. I want to wake up. Miss Frizzle comes on and is like, okay, it's babies are trying to communicate that they're transgender. And you're like, they're just not. And that's not, you're making up issues. You're making it up.
Wasn't that funny in the beginning when she was like, the baby is ripping, I forgot what she said, was ripping the thing off at her hair, and that's why she's a boy. No, she's being a baby. That's what babies do. They get fussy, they don't stand still, they toss everything, they make a mess. That's just a baby being a baby. And we got some idiot up there saying that it's a baby telling us that they're actually a boy when they're really a girl, and then people eat it up.
You know what I was gonna say, Sav? So then in this case, if babies are ripping their masks off on planes, it's because they're anti-vaxxers.
Yeah.
They're really against the vaccines, and they're woke. They're awake. They're awake.
Wow.
They're red-pilled babies.
Red-pilled babies.
That's what we did to the next generation. That's what we did.
That's got to be merch. Red-pilled babies.
Yeah.
Then I see stuff like this, like with the kids, right? Red-pilled babies. Is that they go, well, the kids are queer, but it's because they're pushing this on the children. If you're our blind viewer and you're listening to the show, this is I'm assuming a school library, but it could be a public library. Either way, it's still a library, and this is a kids section about LGBTQ kids. Now, I want to know why they're not tolerant enough to include the slug butts, the 2S. Did you hear about that? 2S LGBTQIA+?
I lose track of it, and then they keep adding colors to the flag, too, and I'm like, wait, what does this color mean? What does that color mean? I was going to actually just send you something. Recently in Florida, I got a 10th grade, I called a 10th grade teacher teaching, I just DM'd it to you on Twitter.
I'll open it. You can take me off the screen here, Sav.
So, that looks like it was definitely like a grade school of some sort, but I got a 10th grade English teacher in Naples, Florida, teaching what is called the genderbread person. And it's essentially just saying that gender is not a real thing. And the thing that I want to point to that's like the most alarming, this is 10th grade English. An English teacher does not have this expertise, mind you, but in the bottom right, they start talking about the student's sexuality. These are 15 and 16-year-olds that are grown strangers talking about their sexuality with. And that, oh, no, boys are not attracted to girls and girls are not attracted to boys. You're attracted to whatever that is.
A great philosopher once said that you can be 2 out of 3 things: liberal,
smart, or honest, but you can't be all three. At Slightly Offensive, we're smart and honest. And if you like this clip, head over to Slightly Offensive YouTube channel by clicking right here, where you can find new episodes of our show weekly. We're bringing you the topics, news stories, and angles that will have you saying, why the hell wasn't I subscribed sooner? Also, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel too.